guys, my name is Hina and today I'm going to do a tutorial video on how to do makeup. I'm sure a lot of us ladies are very excited, will be very excited about this video, but I would also like to encourage the men in our team to have a look and maybe show it to the ladies at home. So today what I'm going to show you is how to do smoky eyes and the rest of the face. So it's an evening look and it goes with absolutely everything. So before we do any look, any kind of makeup on our face, we have to prep our skin. So first of all, wash your hands, very important. And after that, you have to use a toner. Rose water works, so you can use that on your face. Hydration is important. And then the second step is moisturizing, very important. So moisturizing, any moisturizer that suits your skin, you can use that. Okay, so the first thing that I'm going to apply is a primer. Primer is very important. It creates a smooth base on your skin for your makeup. So because I'm going to do my eyes first, I'm going to apply primer only in that area first. So guys, I have a dry skin, so I'm going to use a hydrating primer from Milani. It's a very good brand, and if you have any other primer that suits your skin is fine. So what we're going to do is, because I'm going to do my eyebrows first and my eyes first, so I'm going to just apply it on over this area. Okay. So to do your eyebrows, you always use like an angular brush, something like this. So what I use for my eyebrows is this Super Brow Cream from PAC. So just a little bit of the product on your brush. And you can start from the middle. So all you need to do is fill in the gaps. So I have a gap here, as you can see, so I'm going to fill that first. Always create like a line on the top and at the bottom, and then kind of blend it in. Always remember, makeup is all about blending. Here you go. And I'm going to finish this up using a powder based product from Wet n Wild. But before that, I'm just going to brush my eyebrows a little. Guys, always remember, whenever you're doing your eyebrow, you have to use a shade which has a brown tone. You can't use a black. So this is a Cuban Espresso 01, goes well with Indian eyebrows, so you can go with this shade. Otherwise they have lighter ones as well. You can go with a lighter shade. Never go with a darker shade on your eyebrows. Okay, so once we're done with this step, what we're gonna do is, what I like to do is, you can skip this step, you can just brush your eyebrows again, but what I like to do is to set them up with a brow gel. So my eyebrows are not done because I cannot go to the parlor. So yeah, they look like this. So now, just to give it like a nice shape, apply a concealer. So this one is from Huda Beauty Pro Conceal. You can also go for LA Girl, super brand. It's available on Flipkart. You can just use your hand to blend, or if you have a brush like this, a blending brush, use that as well. I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer over here. To give it an even look. Okay. So I'm just gonna retouch it a little bit over here. So the next thing that I'm gonna do is prep my eyes. So what I'm gonna do is, we have really dark skin over here. So whenever we apply an eyeshadow, the color will not show until and unless you lighten the skin on your eyes. So I'm gonna use a concealer, which is a lighter tone. So this is Sephora concealer in the shade 29. It's fine if it is going out a little, so don't be scared if it's happening. Always remember, whenever you apply a cream base, you have to apply a powder base over it to set that makeup. Very, very important step. So I have this palette from Morphe. I'm just gonna take like a beige shade and apply over it to set the base. All the men wondering why we take so much time to get ready, I think today you will get to know. Okay, yeah, so the base is set. So I'm just assuming that most of you don't do this on regular basis, and you're new at this. So I'm gonna show you a trick which will help you do your eye makeup properly. So you have these eye patches. They're called eye pad patches. These are available on Flipkart, and what you can just do is, before you start your makeup, just apply one over here like this. If you're aiming to get like a cat eye, this will really help you, and the makeup will not go out on the edges. But the very important thing that you have to make sure when you do this is that it has to be equal on both sides. Okay. Yeah, you can apply this and your makeup will not go out. So anybody who's doing the makeup is a newbie, and you're a beginner, you're starting, so use this. It will really help. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do for smoky eyes is create a transition color. So how we're going to do that is, I'm going to use this Huda Beauty palette. It's called Rose Gold palette. So there's a very beautiful red shade in this, which I really, really love. So I'm gonna build this shade to give like a transition color on the top. So always start on the edges and go inside with this color. After this, to do a black smoky eye, I'm gonna use MAC ka kajal. So what you're supposed to do is just apply it unevenly. There's no set pattern. Unevenly on your skin. Okay. And just take a brush and blend it in upwards. Okay, one thing that you have to make sure that when you're blending it in upwards, it should not go above this area. Cannot go above that. So only in this area you can blend this in. But upward strokes. I'm going to repeat this step one more time. But a little bit this time. Again, blend. So as I just said, once you do like a cream base, you have to powder it up so that it sets. So you're going to use like a black eyeshadow. Just tap it to set it. Okay. In the makeup world, it's a crime to show lines. So what we're going to do is dig back into the red that we used from Huda and blend it in and blend the two colors together. Okay, so I've taken off the flaps and you can see that it gives you like a winged eyeliner kind of a look. So the next thing that I'm going to do is the eyeliner. Um, so I'm going to use Debra eyeliner. I love it because the brush is really, really nice. Okay, so we start from the middle and go towards the edges. So now we're going to do this part of, just below your eyebrows. So I'm going to apply a little bit of concealer again over here. Just blend it with. And now, we're going to apply highlighter over here, but at the end of the makeup. So I'm just going to leave it like this for now. Okay, so after this, we're going to move to the face and we're going to do our mascara at the end. So the first thing that I'm going to do is apply primer. As I told you, it's very, very important. Anybody who has oily skin can use the mattifying primer. Okay, so Milani also has this mattifying primer that you can use. So that's for the oily skin, and for the dry skin, I've already told you it's hydrating primer. Also, another very good primer, one of my favorites is this Krylon HD primer. So I mix the two and use it. So just apply it evenly on your face. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to do is concealing. So as you can see, I have dark circles. I have this mark on my face and some blemishes and pigmentation over here. So, first thing that we're going to do is conceal the dark circles. Very, very tricky to do it, but I'm going to teach you how. So, as an undertone, most Indian skins are orange or yellow. Okay, that's our undertones. So that is the color that we are always supposed to use to, hide any marks on the skin, uh, any pigmentation. Apart from any pimple mark. Pimple marks are red in color. Any redness on the face cannot be covered with an orange concealer. Any redness should be covered with a green concealer. Okay, so I'll show you which green concealer can be used if any of you have pimple marks, any redness on your skin. I'll show you how to conceal that. So first of all, so this product that I'm using is LA Girl Pro Concealer. Okay, so this is the darkest shade that they have in orange. Okay, and just evenly apply it under your eyes, very close to your waterline. Any other marks if you have? Pigmentation. Or any area of your face which is not the same color as the rest of the face. So if you can see, this area of my face is not like the rest of the color of my skin. So I'm gonna apply this all over. Just use your hand. So remember that you don't have to blend it completely. It has to show, it has to still be there. If you blend it completely and it will vanish into your skin, your skin will just absorb it. Then don't do that. Yeah. So I was telling you about the green concealer. Okay, I'll have to find it. I'll show you at the end of the video. Uh, if you just want to find it on Flipkart, it's LA Girl has same in the same tube. They have a green concealer as well. So if you have like any pimple marks which are red in color, you can hide it through that. So I'm unable to find it right now. Anyways, okay, so now what we're gonna do is use exactly the same color of your skin concealer to conceal this. Okay, some people like to go directly to foundation after this step, but I feel that this one, if you do this step, it's more successful. So I have this Krylon palette. Okay, so it's a foundation palette, and it has all the colors. So this can be used for contouring, highlighting as well. But what I'm going to use is the shade 2 of this palette to conceal these. So I'm going to do that is just apply it over this concealer, color corrector rather, only in the areas where I have applied the color corrector. People who have lighter skin tones can also go for this color corrector, which is less orange than the one that I have used. It's also from Krylon in the shade D30. Excellent product. Just using my finger. We're gonna go to foundation. So it is very difficult to find, your perfect shade for your skin for foundation. So I'm going to give you a very important tip that you can use while buying a foundation for yourself. What you're supposed to do is, whenever you're going to buy a foundation, what you do is don't apply it on your hand. So what they usually do is they test it on your hand. That's not the right way to do it. What you should do is apply it on your jawline here and just blend it with your finger, or if they have somebody who is doing that, a beauty expert, let them do it. So once you do that, just blend it, and if you have any other errands in the same mall or market, wherever you are, do that, go and do that, and in half an hour you'll be able to see the difference. So if you see the product coming out of your skin, it's not your color, it's not your shade. If you see that it has blended completely and it's not coming out of your skin, so that's the shade for you. Okay, so always do that. Give yourself half an hour before you go ahead and buy a foundation. It is very, very important to do that. Okay, so I use MAC foundation Studio Fix. I use two shades. I mix them to create my own shade. It is NC35 and NC20. Okay, so now foundation is done. The next step that we're going to do is highlighting and contouring. So most of you ladies, I'm sure you struggle with these two. So these are a little tricky and difficult to understand. So I'm going to try my best to explain, but you'll have to practice to perfect at these two. So okay, so we're going to start with creating contouring lines on your face. How you do that is take like a 3-4 shades darker color for your skin, and there are a few points where you make these lines. So the first one is on your forehead here. So if you have like a very broad forehead, it's going to give like a effect and it will look a bit smaller. Makeup is science, guys. Yeah, so this is the area. Second is your nose. You can make it look sharper. Just create two lines, bridge of the nose, here till here. Make sure the center is clean. Then your cheekbones. And your chin. Okay. Okay, after this we're going to do highlighting using the same palette, the lightest shade. How we highlight is under the eyes. Create like a triangle, inverted triangle. Okay. Center of the nose. The entire T-zone basically. Create like a tree. And a little bit here. Okay, blending again. I'm gonna start with my forehead and blend the contoured areas first. As I said at the very beginning, when we do like a creamy base, we have to powder it up, right? So what we're going to do is there's something called baking. So baking is done for the areas that we have highlighted. So I'll show you how it's done. You take a loose powder. So loose powder, I use Krylon fixing powder. You can use any other powder for this. All you need to do is soak your sponge in the powder and soak it in your skin. Just press it in your skin so that it goes inside. Guys, just leave it for a few minutes, and meanwhile we'll finish our contour. So I'm going to use a powder contour. So I use this Sephora contour. It's shade Bali number 2, and it goes really well with Indian skin. So in the same areas where we did cream contour. So while we have this baking powder on our face and we're not taking it off, I'm gonna do under eyes. So how are we gonna do that? I'm gonna use a cudgel, Bobby Brown, shade 1, black ink. So I just use like a brush, the end part of a brush to do my cudgel. This one doesn't come with a brush, so I'm gonna enter my waterline. So I'm also going to create like a smoky look at the bottom. For that, what I'm going to do is Just take a brush and dig in the eyeshadow that we were using, the black one. After this, I'm gonna do my mascara. I use Benefits mascara. They're real. It's really good. So always, when you take the brush out, always clean it on the edges of the bottle. Don't do this. It creates bubbles. It creates bubbles inside the bottle, and that creates lumps. So don't do that with your mascara. Okay, so now we're gonna brush the residue. So now we can add some color to our face. So the blush. Now we're gonna do lipstick. So I have already prepped my skin, my lips. There is balm on my lips. It's very important, guys, do that, because most of us use, matte lipsticks these days, and it makes your lips go very dry, extremely dry. So it is very important to do, to prep your lips and use a balm before it. So usually I do like lip lining before I apply lipstick, but today I'm just gonna go with lipstick directly. This one is Forever Matte Lakme, shade number 9. So I'm going to create like a liner for myself from using this brush itself. Start here and create like a cross. Yeah. Okay. And just go a little bit below than your lips on this area. It will give you a much fuller look. Okay. And then fill the rest of the lips. Okay, we're almost done. Almost. Last step, and I think the most favorite step for most of the girls these days is highlighting. So I'm gonna use this Master Chrome from Maybelline. This one is also available on Flipkart. It's really nice. So I'm just gonna use brush for highlighting this one. Instant effect. Just above the area where you applied your blush. Yeah, and you can also do a little bit over here if you like. We had left this area under our brows to be done later. So I'm gonna don't go inwards, okay? Just from this portion to this portion, this bone to this portion is where you apply your highlight. Okay, now I'm just gonna use like a small brush to do highlighting over here. Small brush, just a little bit over here. Okay, so the last very important step is to use a makeup fixer. and let it dry. You can use MAC Prep and Prime. Super. It is really, really good. Helps fixing your makeup. It stays long. So this is the final look, guys. I hope you like it, and this gives you something to do while you're stuck at home. Maybe you learn something new. And if you have any questions, please you can ask me, ping me, whatever you want to do. And I hope all of you are safe. Just stay safe, stay at home, be with your families. We're in this together. Thank you.